Instagram when you're in. Hello. Oh, slowly. Yes. Good to see you all. Tonight I'm playing In This Forever. Good to see you. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for attending the In This Forever performance. This will be the first time I've played this entire album, and one of the first times I've played a couple of these songs since I recorded them. Generally, when I record an album, I'll record some songs, and then there will be some songs that I just don't play again because I never showed them to the live lineup, and that was the case with this album and all of our others. I'll play all the instruments, and then it'll come time to tour, and there will just be some songs that never bothered to re-show the band. So that's why there's certain songs that when you ask me to play them, it's just like, oh, I haven't played that in a while. But yeah. Anyway, I'll wait for some more people to join slowly, and then I'll start playing some songs because it's still early. I like to log on a couple minutes early so that way it gives people some time to wander in. Yes. Hope you're all doing well this evening. And I have just been cramming playing these songs. So I figured I'd have like a little gap between rehearsing and this. Nah, I was like running to use the bathroom and running to like get my juice, set up I got my little rituals before I start playing, like set up all the stuff, and yeah, I was cramming right up until the minute. But I know half of these songs really well. You know, I play a good portion of them. Hey, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it, Sarah. That's very kind of you. I'll mention right now, I have a PayPal and a Venmo that are set up for donating and tipping. If you like the live streams and you're able to do so, I really appreciate it. Because in these times, the band are not touring indefinitely, and this is definitely something that helps pay the bills, pay for groceries, all the normal shit. Because this is how bands make money, is touring. So, yeah, if you can, the links are in the bio on the Instagram, and they're in the comments on the Facebook. I'm going to post them right now. Also, we just launched a brand new merch store tonight. You're the first to hear about it. Dustin, our drummer, is going to be running it. It's going to have all the merch we printed for tour for sale to you. And unfortunately, since we didn't get to go on tour, we just had a bunch of merch sitting in our van. And it was one of those things where, all right, well, let's make a merch store. So Dustin set up a pop-up merch store. I'm going to post that link. The link is in the bio on the Instagram. There's shirts, vinyl, and there's all my photography prints. So if you want to buy my photography, it's there. But yeah, Dustin, if you're on here, if you can pin that link for me, because I don't think it'll let me for some stupid reason. I keep trying, but I don't know why. It doesn't let me do that. Because I'm on a mobile device, maybe. But yeah, so there's the links. There's also a link. I joined Cameo last week, and I've actually been doing a lot of those. It's been really fun. I've done a couple really heartfelt ones for somebody that was going to the hospital. That was really cool. Did a birthday one. Yeah, it's been fun. So if you can find me on Cameo, the Ataris. And then on Friday, I played a private set for some nice people in the UK over Zoom. So if that's something you're interested in, you can make up a set list. I'll play whatever you want, even songs that I don't normally play. The possibilities are endless. So you pick the set, contact me at the booking email that I posted. It's the Ataris booking at Gmail, and you can make a set list, and we can do a private show for you and your friends over Zoom. Yeah, other than that, the next few weekends I'm going to be playing our entire albums. This weekend is In This Forever. Next weekend I'm going to do Let It Burn and Look Forward to Failure on one night. Maybe I'll do, depending on how well that goes, I'll do 2 nights. But if not, I'm going to do 1 album a weekend. But possibly next Saturday and Sunday. But definitely Sunday will be Look Forward to Failure and Let It Burn. And maybe a couple other fun things. But that's a lot of songs. It's just, on their own, they're only short EPs. But you put them together and it's a good amount of songs. Although a few are really short. But anyway, all right. I think that's about it. I'll get to it. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to mention. Oh, thank you so much for the tips. I appreciate it. A couple people. Sorry, I missed the first one. The first tip, what your name was. I'll try to say your name whenever. If anyone who tips, I'll give you a shout out. But I missed it. I'm so sorry. If it's in the middle of a song, I'll wait till the song's over. All right. Are y'all ready? It's about 8:05. We'll give it like 1 or 2 more minutes for it to fill up. Because I'm not doing this album in the order of the album. So there will be people that tune in late and they get confused. They're like, oh shit, he's already like on song 4. No, I have to do it in an order that makes sense for my open tunings, and just kind of like, so I'm starting out with a few songs I'm kind of used to playing and singing, so that way warm up a little. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. All right. Hey, thank you so much, Mimi. I really appreciate the donation. That was very nice of you. Very kind, very kind. All right. And no requests tonight because I'm just playing the End Is Forever album, and I might play 1 or 2 songs at the end depending on how long it goes, with telling stories and talking in between, depending on how long we run. So, yes. But we'll get back to some requests on another night. Or if you have some things you really want to hear, hit up that booking email and let me play a show for you and your friends over Zoom. And you can pick all the songs. Alrighty, we'll start out with Fast Times. This is one of my favorite songs I've written. And so much so that we actually re-recorded it for our forthcoming album. And yeah. This song is written about 3 things. It's written about growing up in a small town where a lot of the authority figures and teachers tend to look down on people who are who say that they want to be in the arts or want to be a musician or something, some kind of dream that is surrounded in the arts, you know. And that's, for me, was always kind of a bummer because, you know, I think that's a really valid dream to have. You can achieve whatever you want if you just don't give up on it. And I'm definitely a testament to that, growing up where I grew up in a small little town in the Midwest. The other part of it is about when I was young, when I was 13, I came home from school one day and my mother and father said, sit down, we have something we have to tell you. And I thought I was in trouble for something, but I was like, oh shit, what did I do? And they told me I had a sibling that they gave up for adoption before I was born. And I was like, wow, that's insane. I thought it was a joke at first, but it wasn't. And then I met her for the first time last year. She reached out to my mom, and this is after my father had passed away, unfortunately. But she reached out to my mom and ended up getting to meet her last July, and that was really cool. So I have an older sister. I lived my whole life as an only child, and then I found out I had an older sister when I was 42. So that's pretty cool. And the third part, the latter half of the song, or well, little bits of the song, are about having an ex-father-in-law who was just involved in some really backwards, fucked up things. And, you know, without going into the long-winded story about it, the song Secret Handshakes is kind of like a sister song to this song. It elaborates more on the story about the father-in-law. So yeah, if you like the lyrics to this song, maybe go check out Secret Handshakes, and it kind of tells more of the story of the house fire that I mentioned in the song. So, no, there's a line that says the house was gone, but the piano lingered on. I was up late at night playing piano, and before I went to bed, I just felt like something was really strange, and I woke up in the middle of the night and the house was on fire. And it was really strange because it ended up being arson, and somebody was trying to kill my ex-father-in-law for being involved in some really, really fucked up things. So Secret Handshakes is more elaboration on that. That story in itself would take all night. And it's not something I want to start out with. The story, that is. Yeah. So anyway, Fast Times. This is the first song of the night. Thank you so much, Laura. I appreciate the donation. That's really kind of you. All right, let's do this. Tell me if the guitar and vocal are even, because I've been using a power cable and it's a little bit louder with the power rather than the battery. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a little loud, I think, compared to normal. Let me just turn the volume down. Thank you, Dustin. Dustin pinned the comment on the Facebook for the new merch store and the Venmo and the PayPal. So if you like it, you'll see it pinned in the comments. Dustin, does that sound all right? I think it's a little quiet now. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's probably all right. All right. Cool. Thanks again. Appreciate it. The house was gone, but the piano lingered on, and so does the fire that burned it to the ground. You can't take away all of my rights to see the day. You can't take away my love for the day. And there's that time you took me aside and said I was not your only son. Childhood is so fucked up. I never had any closer friends than the ones I had when I was young, alone again. You and I missed out to wave goodbye. I think it's time for me to go. Thank you very much. That was the first song of the night. It's not the first song on End Is Forever, but it is the first song of the evening. I'm not playing End Is Forever in order, but I am playing the entire End Is Forever album. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for the tips and the donations while I was playing. I appreciate that. Very, very kind of you. There's a very nice sunset happening outside the window. I like that. Sorry, it's dusty in the desert. I had to take some nasal spray. All right, cool. That's song one. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. If you're just joining, thanks for tuning in. There are links in the bio to our brand new merch store. The link's in the bio on Instagram. Thank you, Kelsey. I appreciate the donation. And the links are posted on the Facebook. They're pinned there. There's also links to the Venmo and the PayPal, so you can tip or donate. I appreciate it. If you like the live streams, that's super fucking cool of you. I appreciate it. And there's also, I joined Cameo last week. If you want me to do some sort of cameo for you, birthday thing, maybe some sort of sweet message to your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, I'll happily do that. Hit me up on there. And all right. No request tonight, Michael. This is the End Is Forever night, so I'm playing the entire End Is Forever album. If you're super kind, maybe at the end I'll squeeze in one or two songs, maybe San Dimas and In This Diary. But for tonight, it's a bunch of songs from End Is Forever, which is an album I've never played the entire album. So it's going to be really nice. It's going to be fun. So starting out with the songs that I know really well, that I've played a lot, and the songs I know a lot of you tend to request. That's why these songs are ones I've played a lot, because the songs that I still generally play often, give or take one or two, are ones that are most requested. But yeah, this one is I Owe You One Galaxy. And it's, I like this song a lot. Lyrically, it's not relevant to me anymore because it's like a sappy love song I wrote for my ex-wife. But I like the song, the music of it, and I enjoy playing it. It just is one of those songs that lyrically doesn't mean anything to me anymore. but it's taken on a new life because a lot of you love it. So to me, that makes it like something new, something different, and I like that. Yeah. But like Fast Times, that song to me lyrically is still something I'm very proud of today, as much as when I wrote it. I feel that song is when I kind of started being a better songwriter, and I started writing more vivid stories and writing about personal things in my life, and not just love songs, or not just breakup songs, or, whatever. So, what was the most challenging song for me to make on this album? Nathan, the entire album, and I'll tell you, hey, there's the gray fox! Holy shit! There's a gray fox that just comes around and lurks. And he was on the roof when I came back 2 nights ago, and he just stared me down. He was in the backyard the other day. Now, he just walked by my window, and he just started peeking in. He must have heard. He must have heard the music, and he's just like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, it's really cool looking. It's a desert gray fox, and he just chills. It's really, really rad. I've seen him like 3 times. And then next door, there's an abandoned building where these coati-mundis live. They look like little... like a raccoon and like some sort of marsupial. It's really cool. I'm out in the desert, and it's a really... Except for the rattlesnakes. That's no fun. And I saw one the other night, and that's no good. Anyway, the reason this album was hard to make is because we recorded in 2 weeks. There were wildfires going on in Colorado when we recorded. We recorded the blasting room in Colorado. And I have asthma and seasonal allergies, so the smoke made me really sick. I got like a sinus drainage thing, and then that got into my lungs, and I got bronchitis. It happens all the time. If there's ever smoke, 2 years ago there was smoke on tour, I got pneumonia. Doesn't fail. So I got sick during the making of this, and that was one of the reasons that I just have a little bit of a sour spot about half of this record, because half of the songs, I didn't get the vocals done in that session because I got sick. But the ones I recorded vocals in that session, I had to really pressure myself to try to finish because I didn't have all my lyrics done in the studio. So that was one thing. And then my voice just wasn't like 100%. You know when you're at 100%, and I just didn't feel like I was able to sing at 100%. So we finished like 5 or 6 other songs in Santa Barbara later, finished the vocals. And those are songs I felt the vocal takes were great. But there were a few, I don't remember which ones, where the vocal just, it was like, I do know a couple that I'll tell the stories later, but I mean, there were a couple, the reason I didn't like, 2 of the songs I didn't really like on the album is because I just crammed to try to write some lyrics in the studio. And when you write lyrics on the spot, you tend to write just really like, it's like a first draft. Usually I'll write very stream of consciousness, I'll write what I'm feeling, I'll write stories and things, and then I'll go back and I'll try to make them fit to a song, and I'll make them rhyme more. It's like your first draft, and then you go back and like, how can I make this, how can I say this more vividly, or how can I say these words more descriptive? You maybe get out of the thesaurus and you try to find better ways to say things. But if you're writing on the fly in the studio, it's like, all right, let's go. We only have a day left to finish vocals. It's never your best. So that's why, for those who ask. But thank you for the question. All right, I owe you one galaxy. Let's get this thing moving. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it. I see more and more people showing up. That's good. You only missed 1 song so far. And again, it's not in order. If you're showing up and you're like, oh man, this is a song late on the album. No, I'm not doing it in order. So this is song 2. I'll tell everybody before each song. Second song of the night. I owe you one galaxy. Here we go. A little less gain. Yeah, here we go. Stars are out tonight. You are the brightest one shining in my sky. It's like every wish I ever made came true. The day I woke up lying next to you. Would you be my best friend if I offered you my heart? 'Cause it's already yours. We can hang out every night and watch the sun go down, long as we could watch it rise again. Woo! You gave me a Valentine. It was these little things that stood the test of time. I saved the tickets from the shows we went to, and 1,000 other memories of you. Would you be my best friend if I offered you my heart? It's no longer yours. Give you this story today. It's set good for one galaxy. Once a film, a rocket to the stars. We'll fly away, just you and me. You and I. Hey, thank you very much. Hey, Leandro, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm glad you liked the cameo vid I did. That means a lot. It's been really cool doing those, you know? Like, I was reluctant to sign up for that stuff, but the pandemic has really pushed me out of my shell to try and utilize the tools we have of social media and, you know, doing videos for people online and doing like private live sets for people online. All those things I never would have did because for me, I'm very introverted. And this has really pushed me to be more interactive with people. So I hope you appreciate that and understand this is not my normal self. I never did any live videos before this pandemic. So if one thing I could say that came out of this that's going to be good is after this, I'm definitely going to keep this going. My buddy Mike from MXPX, he's great at that. And I've always been like, damn, dude, that's good that you're such like a go-getter at that. But me, I'm just always like of that mindset. You get in the van, you go out, I drive our little van around, we play some shows, and that's it. But it is definitely, I feel very blessed that some of these things like this have come about because of the pandemic. So thank you all for being a fun little family that come and hang out. I haven't done any of the live streams lately. I've taken a couple of weeks off. I had dental surgery, and then, of course, all of the protests were going on. And out of solidarity and respect to those protesting, I just felt it was something I wanted to do. So it's nice to be playing some music again tonight. And I appreciate you all being here. So thank you. And thank you for the donations. I appreciate it. The people who donated mid-song, I'm sorry I didn't get to give you a shout-out. Again, it's hard when I'm singing to do that. So thank you. All right, carrying right along. This is the song I wrote about moving to Santa Barbara in 1996, late 96, early 97. About going out there. There was a lot of uncertainty, and I knew that no matter what, I just needed to take that risk. I ended up living in my vehicle in the back of the van I owned, and because Derek, our drummer at the time, he had a heroin addiction, and he's like, come out to Santa Barbara where I live, we can do the band thing full time. And I'm like, all right, I will. And he's like, you know, you can crash on the floor of the rehearsal space, and ended up getting kicked out of there because the landlord found his rig, his heroin stuff. So it was pretty shitty. And there was only a homeless shelter with 9 beds in Santa Barbara, so I couldn't stay there. So I ended up homeless, and then I ended up living in my van and sleeping in that for a while. And then a friend of mine gave me a place to stay on his couch, and that's how I kind of got my feet on the ground. And after a while, just a lot of touring, a lot of word of mouth, we were able to make this band something that, after a couple of years' time, was our full-time touring job. That was, and not just job, a fun career, what we love. You know, it's definitely something you can support yourself if you can tour all the time. This song is about that. It's about moving out to Santa Barbara, taking those risks, and knowing that no matter what, I wasn't going to go back to the life I had before, because even, you know, being at the lowest point, it was better than going backwards. And I'm a firm believer that your life is what you make of it. Apathy is not a good thing, and you just got to keep pushing forward. And no matter what, even if we get down, we gotta try to pick ourselves back up, or at least talk to people that can help us. And that's what I did. And this is about that. It's called How I Spent My Summer Vacation. And I like this song a lot. Let me take a drink of my fruity juice. Today it's Blue Goodness. It's 7.5 blueberries, 7.5 blackberries, 1.5 banana, and an apple. Yeah, so it's good. Organic. Oh, thank you. I'm proud of you too. 5 years clean. That's really good. I'm 7 years. I haven't drank in 7 years, but never. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is one of my favorite albums of all time. Loveless, My Bloody Valentine, Loveless. It's probably right up there with my favorite recent album. Is this band's Cigarettes After Sex. Super, super great. Their self-titled album is amazing. If you don't know that band, it's good rainy day music. I don't know if you like dream pop stuff or like Mazzy Star or that. I mean, it's a male singing. It's a guy singing, but still just super lush, chill album. Amazing album. That's definitely one of my favorite recent albums. Besides like Jeff Tweedy from Wilco's last album or the last couple of Radiohead albums, it's probably my favorite recent albums. If we're talking older albums, that's a different story. Probably Stones, Sticky Fingers, Replacements, Bowie, and Charles Mingus. A lot of old jazz, what I listen to the most right now, because it's the musicianship is so out of my fucking realm, you know? Some of the old jazz guys are just incredible musicians. It's like I can't play it if I try. All right. Let's rock. Okay. Hello, Caracas. I love Venezuela. I hope we can tour there again sometime. We played there a couple times and always had fun. Really, really nice city. Great food, good people. All right, here we go. Got out of bed today. I'm alive, what can I say? I'm really happy to be somewhere with someone who makes me happy. I took the bus downtown. All day long I walked around. I looked at all the sights. I thought about how lucky I am now. I was sick of feeling down, so I gave it all away. 2,000 miles from all I know. So much better off today. I'm still waiting for the world to come crashing down again. I'm still waiting for someone to call me up and tell me you're dead. Sometimes I wonder what was going through your head. I don't know, but I won't go there again. You made me smile so wide when I looked into your eyes. When you weren't around, you're always somewhere stuck inside my mind. So here I am today. I was lost for 30 years. I found clarity the day I took a chance and moved away. I was sick of feeling down, so I gave it all away. 2,000 miles from all I know. So much better off today. I'm still waiting for the world to come crashing down again. I'm still waiting for someone to call me up and tell me you're dead. Sometimes I wonder what was going through your head. I don't know, but I won't go near again. No, I won't go there again. Hey, thank you very much. It's got the total all Descendants ending on that. They always hit with bah, bah. That's just me giving a nod to my buddies in all Descendants. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. If you're just joining, That is song number 3 of the night. I'm playing the entire In This Forever album. I'm not doing it in order, though, so just don't get confused. If you're just joining, you're like, shit, I missed it. No, you didn't. That's the 3rd song I played, so thanks for joining. All right, carrying right along. If you've just joined, there's links in the bio on Instagram for our brand new merch store of all the merch that we were going to sell on tour, and then the tour got canceled. There's also links to donate or tip, the links to the Venmo and the PayPal. And the same links are pinned on the Facebook. So if you can do that, if you like the live streams and you are able to tip or donate, I really appreciate it. Thank you. And there's some other links too. I joined Cameo last week, and there's a link if you want to have me do a private set for you. There's a link to our email, a booking email. So you can pick the set list, and I'll play a show for you over Zoom that nobody else will see. They'll be all jealous and pissed. They'll be like, what the fuck? But yeah, it's cool. All right, this is Bad Case of Broken Heart. I wrote this song when I was on tour on the East Coast. I think I was in Vermont or New Hampshire. And I remember writing this song. I had it like partially finished. And the partially finished version I put on at the end of Let It Burn as a bonus track. I recorded it in a telephone booth singing it to my ex. Because we were going through some things. You know, it was like one of our first real long tours. We were on... You know, at that time, we were on the road for like 10 months out of the year. As you get older, you start to realize and learn how to balance home life and touring life a little better. So you could tour like a month and then take a month or 2 off and tour a month. Back then, though, it was just like, all right, let's go on the road. 3 months? Fuck it. And then you come home for 2 weeks, go out for 2 months. And it starts to drive the people in your life crazy. And even yourself, it starts to wear you down. But it was I love touring, but I also love balance. Now that I'm older, I love spending time with my wife. More than I love touring, but I love traveling and touring. But, you know, traveling with her is definitely awesome too. But playing shows is still one of my favorite things to do, but just not for 3 months at a time, no. So yeah, this was written when I was on that tour, and I recorded it in a phone booth, an old-fashioned stand-up phone booth, kind of like Richie Valens in La Bamba. I don't know if he actually did that, but, you know, he's like singing "Oh Donna" to Donna on the payphone when he's in Mexico with his brother Bob. Richie! I love the ending part of that movie. It's so funny. It's just so funny. Like, Bob, he's so dramatic. It's great. Like, if I were that brother in real life, I would have been like, is that how I am? That's a bummer. I guess that guy really was kind of like that, though. He died a year ago, and he supposedly had some demons he battled with his whole life. But, because I looked him up. After last time I watched La Bamba, I'm like, I want to see that dude. It's funny. All right, Bad Case of Broken Heart. This is just a good old-fashioned love/heartbreak song when you're going through it and you want to write something about being on the road and knowing that shit's falling apart at home. All right, here we go. I just restrung last night. What's a phone booth? It's true. It's true. It's definitely a thing of the past now. Anyone out there know what a Radio Shack tone dialer is? You used to be able to get this little box that you hold up to the phone. You could put all your numbers in it. It was just like a memory bank, and you could save your numbers. Before cell phones and shit, you could store it so you don't have to remember all the numbers, and you'd hold it up to the phone mouthpiece at a payphone, and you'd press like number 1, and it would have like your mom's number saved or your best friend's number. Well, you could go and order at an electronics store online. You can get a 6.5 megahertz crystal and put that and open it up, hack it, and put that in the phone, and you could modify it to make this sound, which was the 6.5 megahertz was the tone that a quarter made when it went into the payphone. So you would pick up the phone, say you know this is when there was still long distance calling. I'm showing my age. So if you're on tour and you needed to call a promoter, you do that. You press the star key. That's 1 quarter. You just press like fucking 10 times. You got to call like Joseph in fucking Missouri when you're in California, and that's how we do it. And you know, you'd always be looking over your shoulder. You know, like a cop would know what the fuck that was, but it was true. You know, it was how we did it. And then they got wise and they started blocking the mouthpiece so it wouldn't hear sound until you physically put a quarter in. So then you would put 1 quarter in, and then you could continue, and then finally payphones just, you know. Then there's cell phones. Our drummer had 1 cell phone, and we all just called, you know, on his and ran up his bill. It was like $1 a minute to call anywhere. Oh dear, touring has changed so much. Anyway, here we go. Hey, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Alrighty. Bad Case of Broken Heart, song number 4. Today I'm missing something in this small New England town. Here's to you, my best friend. Just wanted to say that I miss having you around. I'm staring at your pictures and dreaming that I could hold your hand, walk down to the ocean, and I would write your name in the sand and say sometimes we need some time apart. I've got a bad case, a broken heart. You're the only one who's got the cure, and I can't live another day without seeing you smile. 2,000 miles between us. I guess that I'm the one to blame. Relationships and heartaches, these two things are one and the same. The radio plays a love song. I smashed my fist right through the dial. Here's to the broken hearted, a generation born in denial. Say sometimes we need some time apart. I've got a bad case, I've broken heart. You're the only one who's got the cure, and I can't live another day without seeing you smile. Say sometimes we need some time apart. I've got a bad case, a broken heart. You're the only one who's got the cure, and I can't live another day without seeing you smile. Woo! Thank you very much. Thank you for the tips and donations. In the middle of that song, I saw a few people donate. I appreciate it. Thank you. Right on. Are the levels good? The guitar, you can hear the vocal fine. I normally have my guitar amp, the little amp, on a battery. And, oh yeah, this is my, Steven, this is my little amp. It's a little mini Fender Twin. I packed again for a 3-week tour, so I left my acoustic at home, and then the pandemic happened, and I haven't been able to go home because my wife is a healthcare worker in a high-risk situation, and she has to get tested daily for the virus, and it would put a lot of stress on her if I ended up getting sick. Although I did get the virus, I got tested for the antibodies, and I actually tested positive for the antibodies, but there's still not enough science that actually says having the antibodies mean you're immune. But if science starts to back that up, then I'm fucking out of here. But until then, I am alone, stranded in a little desert town in the middle of nowhere, which has got its ups and downs, you know? This, like I've said on previous broadcasts, really helps. Sometimes there's a little depression that goes with that. Never really battled that much, but doing these live streams helps me through that. These last couple of weeks have been hard with that, you know, but just trying to stay busy as much as I can. I don't really go anywhere because I don't like interacting, you know, but this has been a godsend. It's been really cool. But the little amp helped because I had my Telecaster with me, and I had that, so that's what I've been playing on. I found a couple cheap acoustics on Craigslist and stuff, but you know, I've just been trying to save my money because I still have more dental work I got to get done, so all the tips and stuff are going to help with that. And just to live on indefinitely until we're able to tour again. We booked some dates for the UK for the end of the year, but that's with the caveat of knowing that there could be a chance that we probably won't end up playing them because the world isn't safe yet. So if indeed it's safe for all of you to attend and safe for us to travel over there, then we will definitely be playing some shows again. If not, it probably won't be till 2021. So it's a long time to not be touring, especially since that's the only way we make a living. But pulling through, one day at a time. That's the only thing we do. And this has been a lot of fun, so thank you. This here's Road Signs and Rock Songs. I hadn't played this in a very long time, and then someone on my live streams a couple weeks ago requested it, and I kind of love challenging myself to play songs sometimes that I don't normally play. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to play it. And I did, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember liking playing this song a lot. So this is that. This album, definitely, I remember writing a lot of these songs, and I remember they were all road songs for sure. They were all written on, a lot of them were written on tour. Then the ones I crammed to write lyrics in the studio, those are the couple I'll get to later, the ones I don't like, because again, I wrote them under pressure and the lyrics don't have as much of a connection with me and a deep meaning. I like the songs that have a story and can take me back to a place in time and have a narrative, a strong narrative, because the best songs for me that I listen to, they have that. I don't really listen to novelty, silly songs. It's just not. It's not for me. Some people like that. I don't. But all these songs I played so far, I like. Like I said, about 90% of this album I like. But this song was. I remember being in. I think we started out the tour on the West Coast, and I think I wrote part of this in Las Vegas. I used to drink, and I remember being up all night drinking, and I remember watching the sun come up over the strip, and just remembering feeling like, you know, the beauty and allure that you get when you crest over the hill coming from California and down into the state line at night and just seeing all the lights lit up. It's really nice. But seeing Vegas in the morning as the sun is coming up and it's just all this really bright white light and really just washed out and everything's kind of sun faded, it was just really gross. And the way I felt, very hungover, and it was just this good feeling of like, oh yeah, I'm out on the road living life, but this is heavy. So yeah, this is about a bunch of road stories and just kind of feeling like you're just not being a good human. I guess something like that. All right, here we go. Oh, sorry, I have a couple of music-related notes for this song, just in case I need them. Pull them up. All right, here we go. Postcards on the floor, but this pen, you can't write loneliness no more. Waking up all alone on the opposite side of the coast, committed to insecurities and hell. Love is overrated, leaves you devastated, heart ripped in two. Roadside state of mind, boulevard of shattered dreams, washed out this time after time. I was lost and looking, but knew I'd never find what is mine in a world that's so unkind. Love is overrated, it leaves you devastated. The only things I know are roadsides and rock songs and lonely hotel rooms, but still I hear you hear what's new. 6 a.m. Las Vegas doesn't seem so cool. Once the sun comes up, I draw the blinds and I dream of you. I'm committed to all these lies I've told to you. Love is overrated. Love is overrated. Love is overrated. Hey! Thank you. All right. Hope you're having a good time. That was the 5th song I played so far. I'm not playing the album in order. For those that are just joining, I'm playing the entire In Is Forever album. Thank you so much for the tips and donations. To those who donated mid-song, I appreciate it. Yeah, very nice to be here. Thank you for coming and hanging out. It's a lot of fun. If you just joined, there are links in the bio to tip and donate on the Instagram, and there's links pinned at the bottom on the Facebook, our Venmo and PayPal. If you can tip or donate, if you like the live streams, that helps a lot. I really appreciate it. There's also a link to our brand new merch store we just launched today with all the merch from our canceled tour. So you can buy some shirts, my photography prints, CDs and vinyl, and have it signed, whatever you want. That comes directly from our drummer Dustin. So yeah. And there's some other stuff, other links on there too for some other cool things. What's next? Oh yeah, somebody was asking about Up, Up, Down, Down. That is the next song. All right. This is a song that is very East Coast as well. It's written on the same tour that I wrote Bad Case of Broken Heart on. And what I was telling that story there. So this was, I think I wrote this when we were somewhere in New Jersey or something, probably around New Brunswick or East Brunswick, where Lifetime we're from. And I remember we listened to Jersey's Best Dancers a lot on that tour. A lot of that, a lot of Jester Brazil, a lot of Mineral, the good emo, like Sanity Real Estate and all those bands. Definitely what I was, Promise Ring, all that stuff that I was listening to at the time. You know, it was in the late 90s, so you can definitely hear that in this album. I always kind of say this album is like kind of a sister album to Welcome the Night. A lot of people don't see that, but look at Blue Skies. It's a very optimistic album and a very positive, uplifting album about moving to California and just a lot of optimism. IOU is the exact opposite. It's a yin and yang for sure. And I think my life always goes like that. It's, you know, action, reaction. And, you know, it's like So Long a Story. It was a very positive, uplifting album. And Welcome to the Night was the opposite. And so it was this thing. So all the new songs I've written are more kind of related to So Long a Story, but with elements of the kind of good droney, shoegazy breaks in the guitars in places like we do live in Boyfriend and those songs, and like Fast Times live. But definitely more optimistic rock and roll songs with stories like So Long a Story. But yeah, and it's forever. Definitely not an optimistic album at all. It's going through some shit and writing it out. That was what this album was. And a couple optimistic songs. This one was. This was about kind of like In This Diary. This song was just about some good times I had on tour. And I had to pay some homage to Ice Cube in the first line, because he's fucking great. And all his solo albums are great. And NWA was fucking great. That was the hip-hop I grew up with. And definitely... So yeah, it was one of those things. I think I remember listening to Kill It Will, or was that, or America's Most Wanted, one of those albums on that tour. And I just remember thinking like, I'm gonna start this song off with "Today Was a Good Day." Didn't even have to use my AK, like just a little nod to the Cube, and that's what I did. And if someone's like, "Hey, he ripped off Ice Cube," it's like I didn't fucking rip him off. I was singing that as like a nod because he's awesome. People are silly sometimes. It's like if you don't get that, then goofy. Anyway, all right. Up, Up, Down, Down. Haven't played the song in a while. I played it on a couple acoustic tours a few times when I got requests for it, but don't play it that much. Just because it's kind of wordy. I like the song a lot, but it's just one of those songs that, like, a lot of words, so singing it, it's just very, you know, you don't have a minute to really just play guitar and breathe. It's like My Replies the same way. There's not one spot in a song where I'm not glued to the mic. Those are not fun to sing. I love the songs, but just really not the most enjoyable from a singing standpoint. All right, a little less gain. All right, here we go. Oh, wrong tuning, right? Is that, what is it? G D? Up. No, GC. That makes sense. Oh, no wonder. I'm in the wrong key. Transpose this down a little bit. All right. All right, I think I got the song. Cool. Today was a good day, but didn't even have to use my AK. At least I didn't get my heart broken anyway, which means I'm in East New Jersey. Cause I can tell you about the snow-covered rooftop, sunset shooting stars. cigarettes, backdrops, or how I went and hung out with that quick stuff, pretending that I was in close. Sometimes you gotta stop and remember, you're not gonna live forever. Be young, think smart, stay true, and just follow your heart. Remember good times, we watched a lot of kids and memorized every night. Skipped school, hung out at the arcade, hung out and played Gallagher all day. Stole a car and we drove to Michigan, 600 miles with no destination. Said to get in the car and drive, and see where we end up. Sometimes you gotta stop and remember, you're not gonna be young forever. Think smart, have fun, stay true, and don't ever grow up. Don't grow up. Don't grow up. Don't grow up. Out of what I learned in life, you always keep your friends close to your heart, 'cause it will help you when you're falling down. And everything is okay. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. And everything is okay. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. Hey, thank you very much. I only fucked up once. Just minor. Yeah, a lot of these songs are muscle memory, but then this was one that we never played live because our bass player wasn't very good, and I played all the bass in the studio. And so it's one of those things where, like, doing those parts that are like, or he just couldn't play it right. So we just never learned it live, or I never taught it to them live, and so there was not much muscle memory for this song. The only time I really ever played it was in the studio. Yeah. Yes, I did do alternate tunings all the way back since I started playing guitar. I just didn't really know what I was doing then. I don't think it was probably until this album that I started, like, because I never learned any music theory, and I never learned a lick of any notes or music or anything. I just taught myself by ear. But it was about this time that I started, like, making notes of, like, okay, what am I doing so I can recall and actually do it again. So now I just have multiple sheets that have tunings for every song, and then there's some that have, like, alternates. So, like, if I'm playing solo, Summer Wind, I rarely play that song because it's really right at the top of my range. I can sing really high, but that's one that's just uncomfortable to sing vocally, not as a song. I like the song. So when I play it solo, the couple times I've done it, I have to tune down my entire guitar, so I have to do it at the end because it takes too long. You know, during that middle of a set, you'd have to understand you'd either have to have another guitar that's, like, already tuned for a full D tuning, or you have to sit there and make a lull in your set to tune down your entire fucking guitar and tune it back up. So to tune down an entire guitar for one song, it doesn't make sense. So I'm doing it at the end of the set, but that's why. Yeah, but most of the songs are in standard, and I just have open tunings, and that's the 2 small strings. Yeah. So we are at song number 7? Yeah, song number 7. All right. So if you're just joining, this is the 7th song. The Instagram is going to end at 9, or 8 here. It has a 1-hour time limit, so I will log off the Instagram, and you all can rejoin. Facebook doesn't have a time limit, but Instagram does. So, I'll just, if you don't mind, I'll just do that. Well, I think I got enough time for this one song. I'll do it after this song. I'll see. If the timer starts counting down, I don't want it to cut off the song and bum you guys out. Alright, so yeah. So this next song, I thought I would do something kind of cool and kind of special. Rather than just play the album verbatim, I thought I would give you a little cool insight into a song that became a song. The original version of Giving Up on Love, to me, was a really great song, but I didn't write the lyrics, so I didn't record it as is. It was a song called Going Back to Madeira, And my friend Jason, who played with me in the very, very beginning of like playing out live, I had a drum machine. I would program all the drum parts and write all the drums, and because we couldn't find a drummer, we would play shows until we were trying to find a drummer. And then I found Derek and moved to California, and Jason came out for a little bit, but it just didn't work out, and then he went back to Indiana. But I love Jason, and great guy, and we had a couple songs we never used, but this one was the one that I thought was really good. So I didn't write the music. I wrote like a tiny bit of the music that we added onto it, but for the most part, the music was something they wrote too. But for some reason, I felt that using the music wasn't a problem, but using the lyrics, I think it was his buddy who wrote them, and I didn't know that guy, so I just felt weird. So anyway, I'm going to play the original version of this song because I love the original version, and I still plan to record it. And it became Giving Up on Love. It's basically the same song with just some different lyrics, and you get to hear a song that we used to play. There's a couple videos of us playing this in the very beginning, but it doesn't really do it justice. So, and then when you hear it, how did the name of the Ataris come about? You really don't know? It's named after Atari video games. That's it. Yeah, I had a bunch of game cartridges. I used to collect them. The 2600 and 7800. I had about 500 of them, and they all burned up in a house fire. And my friend Mike Branch was like, I didn't have a band name, and he was like my friend with the car. He was taking me out to Kinko's, which is like a place you make copies and you can make your covers for your demos. Took me out, and he's like, hey man, I was like, hey, will you take me to Kinko's so I can make the demos? And he's like, sure. And I didn't have a band name, and I remember he had to get his car back. You know, we were like 15. He's like, dude, I gotta get my car back to my mom or something. And he was like, just call it the Ataris. He looked down on my floor and he saw like my boxes of Atari games. I'm like, okay. So that was it. It's not really, still to this day, people don't know what the hell it is. It's kind of funny. Okay, there is a countdown for 2 minutes on the Instagram. So I'm going to end the Instagram now, and we'll restart it. So come on back, Instagram. And Instagram, Facebook, you're good. Stay where you are. There's no timer on Facebook. So Instagram, for those the few that will have to leave, the links are in the bio for our merch store, our new merch store, and to donate or tip on Venmo or PayPal. So if you got to leave, go to the links in the bio after this. But if not, everybody on Instagram, come on back, and we'll do the second half of In This Forever. See you in a minute after I log you off. All right. Hello. What's up, Jarrett? How are you? Hour 2. Alrighty. Hello, Facebook and Instagram. This is hour 2 of the In This Forever album. Thanks for joining. As I mentioned earlier, this is the song that became Giving Back on Love, or Giving Up on Love, and it was called Going Back to Madeira. And it's basically the same song with just alternate lyrics, and I thought I would do something really fun and cool. It's not a B-side. This is basically Giving Up on Love with different lyrics. I'm going to record it as a new song, but it's Giving Up on Love. So, yeah. Going Back to Madeira, my old buddy Jason and one of his friends, I think a guy named Rob wrote the lyrics. And I like the song a lot. Like it way more than Giving Up on Love, because Giving Up on Love, I wrote the lyrics really fast in the studio, and I was just cramming. Like I was saying, this is one of the 3 songs that like I didn't have lyrics, and I wanted to record this. I should have just recorded it with the original lyrics, and then we wouldn't be having this discussion. Because the original's way better. Here we go. I had my heart shattered before, this is 1,000 times or more. Now I'm heading out, yeah, I know where I'm going. But all these people, they look at me, and this is what they wanna see. I won't give them any more, no one will show them. So I just sit right by, stare at the window and try to keep my dignity without losing it at all. I'm going back to my dear. that I'm in. Every day I tell myself I'll be home soon. And there ain't nothing I'm gonna give to this big institution I live in. It's not me, it's someone else. So I just sit right by, stare out the window and try to keep my dignity without losing it. I know I'm going back to my dear life. I'm going back to my dear love. I'm going back to my dear love. I'm going back to my dear love. It's a big game that I play, and there is nothing left for me today. Still I can see your face in my mind. 1,000 miles, 1,000 miles away. I'm going back to my dear love. 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 Hey, there you go. The original Giving Up on Love with the much better lyrics rather than the lyrics I wrote. Yeah, that's cool because you're used to Giving Up on Love, but you would have never known if you would have heard this version before you heard Giving Up on Love. It's what we call demo-itis. You know, it's one of those things that I hear a song so much, it gets ingrained in me. It's like a demo version, and then I think, oh, the demo is better. And then you re-record something, and you're like, oh, no, this version's much better. Yeah. Anyway. Yes. All right. Carrying on. This is If You Really Want to Hear About It. And this is a song I wrote about some of the seaside towns in the winter on the eastern seaboard. Virginia Beach. I was there on a day off in the middle of winter, and I just love that kind of lonely, beautiful feeling you get when you're in these towns in the off season, and you just see this town, or like old desert towns. You know, I like in my photography, I like taking pictures of things that tell a story of something that's either forgotten or broken down, or something that is it's just like no longer can tell its own tale. You know. So in this story, I was wanting to tell this tale of all the happenings when the seaside town is actually bustling with life. But here I was enjoying it in the moment when all that wasn't there, and I just thought how much more amazing that was compared to the typical summertime seaside thing. You know, that for me at least. You know, I like that beautiful loneliness you get in those towns. So yes, if you really want to hear about it. And I was reading J.D. Salinger, of course, when I was, this is the nod to his most known book. Let's see, F.A. Sharp. Now I'm getting into the songs that I hadn't played in a long time. So I practiced them all day. So let's see how much knowledge I actually retained. It's like one of those things, like your brain's like a coffee cup, it spills out. You put too much knowledge in it and you only retain so much. So fingers crossed. But, you know, I'll give it my all. So, again, I'm doing these full album things because I love you. But learning 150 songs over the course of like a month is a lot to learn. Yeah. So Long Story of Blue Skies. I know most of those songs because we played full album tours of those. But there was a lot of these songs I hadn't played in a while. But I like them all. I was thinking it's a misconception about this album and Welcome to Night. People don't think I like them. I do. There's a couple songs in this album I just can't stand. But, you know, 80%, 90% of this album I enjoy. Yeah. To have over 150 songs and say that there's only like 7 I don't think are good or I don't like playing. I mean, there's definitely songs that aren't as good as others. I'm saying, but songs that I just loathe, 7. That's not bad. And I'm not going to name the 7. I'll name them as we play them. There's only like 2 of them tonight. And on the other album nights, I'll tell you why. I think I have valid reasons. Hey, thank you, Joanna. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. If you're just joining, there's links in the bio for our new merch store. It's got my photography. It's got CDs and vinyl and shirts that we printed for tour that the tour got canceled. And so we're selling them to you online now. And then there's also links to the Venmo and the PayPal. If you like the live streams and you can donate, I greatly appreciate it. because I like playing for you. All right, I'm trying to remember this song. This is another really wordy one. It's like another reason I didn't play it live. It's good lyrics, but this is definitely not a spot to breathe between the words. Trying to remember it. Okay. All right. Rob, Texas is open, but that doesn't mean the world's safe. I mean, if Florida's open too, but that just means it's Florida. I don't agree with your governor opening things up. I think it's nice that people want to get back to work, and I understand that. I would love to be out touring and working, but I'm not going to do it and risk other people's lives doing so. So, you know, we postponed some of the dates with the caveat that if it is safe, then we will play, but it's still not. Science trumps over news, and scientists agree that it's not safe right now, whether somebody says it is or not. All right, here we go. Yes. All right. Oh yeah, we'll definitely come back, but you're gonna probably have to wait. But if it's safe tomorrow, then I'm definitely going to come play tomorrow. But it's not going to be. It's probably going to be 2021. But at the current time, there are rescheduled dates. But I'm just hoping that things get better so we can play. All right. Another lonely seaside town where the seasons close their door. But if you close your eyes, you can always hear the sound. The crowd's gone by. Another year, we'll all be here, falling in love and watching sunsets and sunrise. And it'll be grand and just what you plan to. Tomorrow comes and you said your last goodbye. He says he'll ride, but he won't ride. You will waste your time, so stay the fuck home with me, everyone wave goodbye. On this lonely winter's day, where all the crowds were still away, I realized the attraction to temporary smiles and holidays, boardwalk dreams, boarding up, it'll be grand and just what you plan to. I fucked up. Let's start this again. Boardwalk dreams, boarding up, another souvenir made to be broken. Chasing the sun is my kind of fun, yeah. I'd rather see you catch snowflakes on my tongue. When summer's gone, I won't be sad. Just cling on to the good times that you had. But being alone isn't really all that bad. Don't ever tell anyone anything. That's who I love, missing everybody. Don't ever tell anyone anything. For the first time in like 20 years. Hell yeah. The more I play it, the more it'll get ingrained in my head, but Yeah, right now that was one that I'm focusing on all the lyrics and the guitar at the same time, and it's like one, you know. No, man, my wife doesn't watch my live streams. You know, she's seen enough of my music. But yeah, she always wishes me a good one, and you know, we afterwards. It was like, how'd it go? Yeah, but you know, and she works like 12 hours doing healthcare work, and so she has like 2 hours to herself every night, and that's like an hour of that is getting our French bulldog to calm down. Another hour is making her food for the next day. So yeah, it's definitely you know, I empathize with her for sure, and all the healthcare workers and essential workers. Much love to you. All right, what is next? It is a song for a mixtape. This is another one I haven't played in like 20 years. I don't think we never played this live. I like this song. It's one that we recorded. Sometimes you want to put something down on tape, and then again, you pick and choose what you show to the band based on ones that you think that they could pull off. Drummer was good. He could pull it off, but again, bass player couldn't play these songs. I played all the bass for that reason. And yeah, that's Mike though. He was good at some things, but not bass. Yeah, this is a song that I was listening to a lot of Drag the River on tour, and Armchair Martian, which is my buddy John Snodgrass and Chad Price. Chad was the singer of all, and a lot of other like good alt country stuff on that tour. And I just started writing some more like open chord twangy songs, like Bad Case of Broken Heart and this one. Yeah, and just realized I really enjoyed writing some more like country chord type songs with good country. And this is one of those. And it goes like this. We are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 9th song of the evening. So yeah, it's not in order. Yeah. There we go. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're having a good time. Yeah, I love George Strait. I saw him last year. Of course he's great. He's a fucking king. But like old country, like Waylon, Merle Haggard, that stuff. The real country, that's great. George is definitely carrying the flag for those guys for sure. Yes. Alrighty. Oh, you ever do that? You're like, think you're tuning a string and you realize you're tuning the one below it. All right, cool. New strings today, so they're still settling. Yeah, John from Drag the River played the solo on this song. I re-listened to this for the first time the other day when I was just trying to relearn it and trying to remember it, and I was like, oh yeah, John did that solo, and you know, it just sounds like John plays. John's solos just sound like Neil Young, like he just threw on like a rat pedal and just like wailed on one string. And I love that kind of solo. It's so good. Jay Mascis does a lot of that, but then he's a gnarly guitar player from Dinosaur Jr. All right. Okay. I made you mixed it and decorated it with lots of stuff and all my favorite songs. There was Jawbreaker and Mineral, built to spill and not descendants. Hell, I even put one of the bars on it. Falling for you was the easy thing to do. If only somehow I could make you hang around. I made you mix it to see exactly how I feel inside and hope again. All of these songs, they remind me of you. I hope that you like this song. No, I did not play the pedal steel. I can't play a pedal steel. I've never. It's a really hard instrument. That's Zach Boddicker of Drag the River as well. So basically, that song had two members of Drag the River, and Chad sang on another song. So it was like, it's good. You know, we record in Colorado where they live in the Descendants studio, and those are all like part of that little family, all the buddies. So yeah, good times, good times. I will say that familial part of recording this album, that was definitely there. Made a lot of new friends. You know, I'd known the guys in All before, but after that they toured opening for us, and that was really surreal for me because All were one of my favorite bands growing up, and I always loved Chad's songs and Scott Reynolds' songs so much. And, you know, I like the Descendants, but All wrote even better songs to me because that was just a band that kept growing, and, you know, if it would have been Milo singing those songs still would have been great, but to me, Chad is just such a great songwriter. Scott too, but I mean, Breaking Things and All Roy's Revenge, even Pummel. There's so many good songs on them. And Chad's solo album, same thing. Just Drag the River too. I mean, can't touch what those guys do. So good. You are very welcome. Once again, I like to mention, because people log on and go and come on, there are links in the bio on the Instagram for our brand new merch store we launched today. All the merch from our tour that got canceled. And there's also links to the Venmo and the PayPal. I love doing these live streams for you, but if you like them too and you're able to donate or tip, that really means a lot, because we're not touring indefinitely, and this is the way musicians make a living. I guess unless you're like massive and you know your 0.02 cents on Spotify would actually add up to something, but I think my checks for Spotify are like $30. Fucking ridiculous. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. So this here, I haven't played this song live ever. Mostly because my ex-wife hated this song. Because it's one of those songs, when I was in Colorado recording this album, you know, we were going through some rough shit, and we were kind of split up. And I had a really good friend that I was talking to for a long time. We were just kind of buddies. There's a girl, you know, one of those things where there's that weird gray area where you're like, yeah, you know, if we weren't friends and, you know, I wasn't with somebody, this would be a great relationship in a parallel universe. But, you know, that gray area just started to become less and less gray, and this song came out of it. And it's about that, about the rough shit I was going through with my ex. And so, yeah, when she first, I remember coming home from recording, and I played her the songs, because, you know, she was always really supportive of the music, but it was just one of those things where it was like oil and water, her and I. And when it was good, and when it was bad, it was awful. And I remember her hearing this song, and I was just like, ooh. It was one of those things where I had to look away when she listened to this record. Yeah. John from Jag the River always, his joke is, when you write some song that, you know, it's like, I think what he said, oh no, I saw Steve Earle play once. He goes, this song is, the names have been changed to protect the guilty, which is usually a me. And I thought that was great. And it was just a song about cheating, he said. And I was like, it's fucking crazy. And John from Jag the River goes, when you write those songs, it's character songs, because that's what it is. But, you know, when I was younger, I was not the greatest human. That's why I'm much happier now. And you got to learn to find contentment in yourself before you can fully love someone else. That's something I wrote that you haven't heard. All right, this is Hello and Goodbye. That whole ramble was about this song and about all that shit. I do love Love Spit Love. They're great, of course. I mean, Psychedelic Furs were great too, but that Love Spit Love album is really good. All right. Hopefully I remember this song, because like I said, I haven't fucking played it since I recorded it. I recorded this song in Joey Cape's house in Goleta. This was tacked on to the album, as I didn't have time to record this in the End Is Forever sessions, and I wanted the song to end the album, but because I wrote it in the studio and I didn't have time to finish it. I gotta refamiliarize myself with this. It's not right. Rehearsal, band rehearsal with the Ataris. All right, here we go. Hey, thanks, John. I really appreciate that tip. I thought I was playing another way. Oh, there it is. I was trying to move the bottom string. I was like just drawing a blank. All right, fuck it. I'll wing it. So long, my friend. Just say goodbye. Just give me one last kiss beneath this glowing sky. Walking through the park, hang out in the rain, tell a joke and watch you smile as we drink away the day. And only next time that we make a wish upon a star, you think sometimes it might actually come true. Every night I'm all alone in some burnout highway town. I'll be thinking of the day that I met you. Hello again. It's been too long. What happened to our love since the last time I was gone? Detach myself again and lose something every time. Solutions in the problem, temporarily alright. And only next time that we make a wish upon a star, so the night might actually come true. The conversation can't consist of hello and goodbye, in the silence between saying I love you. And sometimes I wonder about that too. Yeah, not bad for not having played that song in 20 years. Alright. Like I said, I'm way familiar with the story of Blue Skies. This album, I'm doing it because you requested it, doing it, so I hope you dig it, even though I don't know a lot of these songs, like Muscle Memory. The first half I fucking know them well, but you're getting into territory now of songs I don't know that well, but I'm doing them because I love you. So, alright, hope you find it endearing. Alright, there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3. 4 more songs on this album. Song 13's next. This one I like a lot, but it's one of those songs I need a full band, but I think I can pull this off as an acoustic song. I rehearsed it today, but this is when we played a bit on tour, and I've been meaning to teach this to the band so we can re-add this, because this would be a fun song to put down the guitar and jump in the crowd. So I do like this song a lot. It's a little different. I don't write a lot of minor key songs, like Takeoffs and Landings, this, Inspire the World. Those are all dark minor key songs. They're definitely out of my comfort zone of songs I wrote, but I was definitely happy about the song. This song I wrote about, I have nothing but love and respect for my friends my friend Joe from the Vandals who ran Kung Fu Records. But there was one time Joe and I just didn't see eye to eye for a little bit with just how things were going with us and the label, and so I just wrote that song about it. And it's one of those things like brothers. You go through a time and then you come out stronger friends, and that's what happened. So this song's about that, and about a couple other bands that would like shit talk each other in our small town. I've got the worst fucked up back in the world, Tien. I damaged my back my whole calf is numb, and I have to have a new MRI next week, and that is due to the fact that I would just jump on the drum set and jump in the crowd and do all this crazy shit like a little monkey, swinging around from the rafters, and that did some permanent damage to my lower back. But yes, like an idiot, I still jump in the crowd. But I enjoy doing that. It's fun, aside from the pain and crookedness of my body. Yeah. All right. Song 13. I think I remember this. Alrighty, here we go. A little more gain.
Time has come to say goodbye to honor. Last regrets, I'm sorry to inform you, but I doubt you'll really ever understand. Friendships are built on false promises. I failed without defeat in this game of disrespect. I'm a victim of small-town tragedy. There's a difference between you and I. Tell the truth and count my blessings. So thanks for all you've done, but I won't let you get the best of me. You think I'm just a kid, but you don't fucking get it. I'm strong in my conviction, and don't you forget it. Too many things I left unsaid, but I won't even waste my time for us to go our separate ways. Hope you miss me when I'm gone. Friendships aren't built on false promises. I failed without defeat, and this game of disrespect. I'm a victim of small-town rivalry. There's a difference between you and I. Tell the truth and count my blessings. Thanks for all you've done, but I won't let you get the best of me. Farewell to all my friends with self-respect intact. Nothing will last forever, never looking back. Forever!
Yeah, something like that. It's more fun with the band, so I could just jump in the crowd, but did my best as an acoustic song. So if you ever request that as an acoustic song, you'll know that it wasn't made for a solo song. But again, I did it because I wanted to play this whole album for you, and I hope you appreciate that, so thank you. All right, here's one I do know, and I like playing, and I know it well. but I'm going to down tune for this one. So again, if you like the live streams and you are super into all the songs and hanging out here like our big family like we do, I appreciate it. Go check out the new merch store. That would be really cool. Dustin, our drummer, runs it, and I'm sure he would appreciate you doing that because he gets a cut of that too. And if you're able to tip or donate, go to the Venmo and the PayPal and do that. The link is in the bio on the Instagram, and it's also on the pinned on the Facebook. And next week I'm doing Let It Burn and Look Forward to Failure on one night, and then after that I'll redo Blue Skies and So Long Astoria another time. Gonna go through every album, but this week was a long one because I had dental surgery, which is no fun, but feeling better. Long week though. Next week, new MRI. Never ends. Quarantine blues. It's better than being old and falling apart. That's for sure. All right. This is Summer Wind Was Always Our Song. I was a big Sinatra fan, and my ex and I, we used to hang out at this bar, which she was just my friend, and when we first started just hanging out as friends, and there was a Sinatra CD on the jukebox, and I always played this tune on the jukebox, Summer Wind, not this song, but the song Summer Wind, the Sinatra song, and it was kind of like my little way of being like, hey, this was like our inside thing, you know? And so I named this song after that. And it goes like this. Sorry, this is one song I have to down tune the entire guitar, so it's kind of a pain in the ass. But I appreciate your patience. Alright. Hey, thank you so much, Joe Christie. I appreciate the donation. Very kind of you. Cool. All right. It's one of those songs that's super high. That's why I had to down tune this one. It's I can sing it in its normal key, but this is just way, way more enjoyable than the choruses are fucking really high. All right.
Breakup songs make sense again, and I really wish they didn't. Tonight just singing summer wind. I'm thinking of the night we met. Just one last time, can I hear you say, you're my little boy, I never want you to go away. Where are you? Please believe in me. I'm not hanging up the phone till I hear you say, I love you, I need you here. Give me one last chance and I'll never let you down again. Oh, and what I wouldn't give just to kiss your lips again. Hold your hand next to my heart, wake up with you in your apartment. Just one last time, can I call you my sweetheart, my best friend? Why do all good things come to an end? Where are you? Please believe in me. I'm not hanging up the phone till I hear you say, I love you.
Thank you very much, everyone. Lucas, I don't know what you're talking about. The chorus of the song is the I love you, I need you. That's the chorus. And TN, the sample you're talking about, that's in Your Boyfriend Sucks. That's not in this song. There's no sample in Summer Wind. It's a similar ending, though. You know, it's like a big drony guitar ending, you know. It's one of those kind of things. So, yeah, I can see why the two are similar in the structure, for sure. You're right on. All right, 2 more songs left. I saved the 2 worst songs for last. That's how you do it. Yeah, no, my 2 least favorite. And that's, Tina's right, I don't have any bad blood with that song. It's just one of those songs that at 43, singing it just feels really goofy. It's like, I'm 43, it's outdated, doesn't fit. And the arrangement of it, the bouncy, just, it's not what I listen to. It's not my thing. So, these are the 2 songs on the record I just do not like. But Teenage Riot I can deal with. You Need a Hug is fucking awful. Relearning this song was actually kind of fun. I was like, oh, that's not bad. But I can't, you know, the bass, it's written around bass, so the way I play it solo is more like a rock song. And I think it's a little better that way. But the bouncy, peppy, novelty, not my thing. I just like the songs that are more story-based and talk about shit I've gone through and personal stories and different hardships and things. Yeah. So, but I respect that you like it. So let's do Teenage Riot first, and then we'll do the other one. Now I got to tune the guitar all the way back up. So that'll take 1 minute. But thank you again for tuning in. I appreciate it. Very fun. And we will add some more of these songs to the set. Like Fast Times and IOU, we'll definitely start playing those again. The first songs I played, Road Signs to the Rock songs, I can see playing that. Bad Case. Yeah, the first like half of the set are the songs that definitely get most requested, and the songs that I really like a lot. And so we'll add those to the set for sure. I like to, just a matter of getting together and actually rehearsing, teaching my band some songs, and yeah. But this has been fun. It's been fun to play a bunch of songs that I haven't played in 20 years. A few of them I haven't played that in that long. So thanks for listening. Midlife Riot. Yeah, old man riot. Yeah. Oh, is that right? E-A-D-G-B, yeah, E-A-D-G-B, yeah, okay. So, favorite song I ever wrote. Favorite older song would be Fast Times. Favorite newer song, 12, 15, 10, Graveyard of the Atlantic. The song I wrote for my wife, or like Car Song, some notes on Bach and Haydn, because those are ones that I feel the lyrics are really on point and really tell a really, really vivid story, a lot of detail. Oh, thank you so much for the kind words. Lycan13, I appreciate that. It's nice. This has made my day a lot of fun too. It's always the thing I look forward to. Thank you so much for the donation, the tip, Daniel. I appreciate that. Super kind of you. Again, thank you for watching. Thanks, Adelon. I appreciate it. All right. Almost tuned up again. Low battery on the phone. Phone might die. I hope it doesn't. I charged it. It's just the battery's going bad. It's one of those things, you know. They rig it up so the batteries fucking go bad. All right. All right. So let me get my notes for this song because I don't think I played it in a long time. There we go. Oh. GC, alright. You can't plug it in while it bounces. It's not possible, or I would do that. The only way would be turn the phone upside down, but then the image would be upside down. You understand? It's leaning against something and you can't plug it in. I've already tried that, so I just have to fully charge it before I do a broadcast, and it lasts almost 2 hours. Alright, almost there. That's why it's hard to tune down for one song. You have to tune back up. Alright, cool. No, my wife is a neuroscientist, but right now she's not working in a lab because of the pandemic. Everyone is needed in hospitals or clinics. So, but her specialty is neuroscience. So she would be doing like science-based studies and not doing the the actual hands-on with patient stuff. But yeah, she has to. So. Yeah. So, but yes, thank you for your for what you do. No, Frank, your screen is backwards. My guitar is perfectly normal. No, I'm right-handed, but I play left-handed because my right hand is my strong hand, and I don't do anything with my left hand. So it always felt normal to do my strumming with my left and my chords with my right. All right. Cool. All right. I'm gonna give this in my all. Again, I hadn't played this in a long fucking time, so. Gone by and still everyone screws up our name. No matter what we do, still some things never change. Seen a lot in the world, met a lot of friends. We got a lot of fun memories. There's nothing like playing a basement show on a Saturday night in Pennsylvania. Start the show, here we go, jumping in the crowd. It's time to tear this building down. The cops show up as usual, try and run up on. It's time to tell them all just how it's done. Gonna have a fucking riot. They'll never understand what it's like to be a kid today. Gonna have a fucking riot. Let's blow them all away. Another night we'll be staying in some cheap motel, sneaking everyone in through the bathroom window. Gonna blow up anything in sight, get chased away into the night by a crazy bastard with a shotgun in his hand. Start the show, here we go, jumping in the crowd. It's time to tear this building down. Cops show up as usual, try and ruin our fun. It's time to tell them all to fuck off. As a not bouncy, goofy song, I think so. I think if we arranged that song like that with the driving rock thing, it wouldn't actually be bad to play. So, who knows? Yeah. Say, mister, can you spare a dime? What is that? What is that? What am I? Is that something I wrote? What am I? Oh, hold on. A Jawbreaker. Sorry, you took me off guard. Kiss the bottle, yes. Hey, thank you, Colleen. Thanks for the tips and donations. I appreciate it. I wrote that song backstage in 15 minutes. I just was like, you know what? I would like to just. I had that goofy bass riff. I wrote that bass riff like in a second, and I was like, you know, this is super catchy. It was just one of those things where sometimes you write something and you have no intention to ever play it again. You just want to get it down on tape. That was one of those songs. It was just kind of like, hey, I know this is a fun song. I know it's catchy, but it was like, I'll document it and then I'll move on from it. But the thing is, when you release something, it like starts to belong to the people. And if a song is super catchy, then you have people always request it. So I understand how that works. It's the same for a lot of bands I like. Like sometimes you document something and that's it. But yeah, that was fun. It wasn't as bad as doing the. Anyway, yeah, that goofy shit. And that's no. All right, last song, and by far the worst lyrics I've ever written. But again, that's because I liked the music of this song a lot, but it was literally the last song I think we recorded on In This Forever. And Joey and those guys are like, yo, we got to get this done tonight. And I'm like, I don't have lyrics for this song. And they're like, dude, just write something. And so the story with this song is we had played with this really big band, and they had this muscle-bound jock fucking skinhead-looking, I think it was a skinhead. I don't know if he was a racist skinhead. He was definitely shaved head. Not because he was bald. I think it was because it was like a fashion choice or a lifestyle choice kind of skinhead. Not like me, I'm just old. So anyway, this dude, the band guys, it was like a big band, big show, and they were like, yo, Kris, you want to stand on stage when we play? I'm like, yeah, cool, And so I was waiting. He was like, they're like, just wait until the lights go down and you can walk up. So I did. And then they were standing on the stage, and I started to walk up on stage, and this fucking muscle-bound dickhead that worked for the band grabbed me by the throat and choked me till I couldn't breathe and slammed me up against the wall. It's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what the fuck? What is your trip, dude? And they were like, dude, get off of him, man, get off of him. And I'm like, what did I do? They're like, dude, I didn't say you can go on stage. I'm like, they did. They're the band. You worked for them. And they were like, dude, yeah, we told him he can go on stage. He was just like the most testosterone amped dickhead. And this was like fresh in my mind. So I had no lyrics. I was in the studio, and I'm like, I got to write something real fast. So it was one of those things, you just wrote stream of consciousness in the moment. And I wrote this really silly, stupid song about that guy assaulting me. Now, looking back, it doesn't make for good lyrics. It was a story that happened, but I wish I wouldn't have wrote this song lyrics, because the music I liked a lot. If I would have waited and then in the second half of recording when we went to Santa Barbara and recorded this song there with song 13 and the other songs that I finished lyrics after the fact in Santa Barbara, this song would have ended up being something totally different. But because of that, it is what it is. But again, it's a goofy song, and I'm going to play it because I'm playing the whole record. So this is You Need a Hug. And it's just basically describing all these funny, goofy, fictional situations about this testosterone amped guy and how he needs to just mellow out. All right. Oh, sorry. Hope you had fun tonight. I really appreciate it. No, I have no intention to rewrite this song. It's it's a thing of the past. I've written much better songs recently. So, but again, I have no problem doing it on a night that I'm playing this whole record. But I just have to explain the stories behind them. And I always like being honest with you and telling you the truth and giving 110%. And yes, this is one of those songs that cringeworthy. I'm glad you love it, but you didn't write it, so you can love it. I know what my best is, and this is far from it. All right, here we go. Thanks again for watching. Oh, fuck. New strings, man. There we go. Cool. New album soon. Go to the Ataris.bandcamp.com. The Ataris Bandcamp. The link is in the bio. There's a bunch of new songs up there from our forthcoming record. If you haven't downloaded that, there's about like 10 new songs. Tractor screwdriver, or get a job at the LMPD.
Life ain't all that bad, even Henry Rollins is showing down. Life ain't all that bad, life ain't all that bad. Like a little camper, don't be sad. Maybe you should go hunting with Ted Nugent. See how many animals you could kill. I pay all of my friends just to hang out with you. Take you to Cafe Gratitude for a meal. I take you to my favorite karaoke bar. See you at the Sunshine Inn. If you could stuff my ass into oblivion, realize you don't have to give your shit. Life ain't all that bad, life ain't all that bad. Even Henry Rollins is your dad. Life ain't all that bad, life ain't all that bad. Like a little camper, don't be sad. Life ain't all that bad, life ain't all that bad. Even Henry Rollins is your dad. Life ain't all that bad, life ain't all that bad. Like a little camper, don't be sad. Hey, goofy song. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Right on. No, because again, Satan's occult. It's my personal opinion and preference, and I just don't like silly novelty songs or lyrics. I don't listen to those kind of songs. So sometimes you write them when you're younger, and then you just like they don't age as well. But like a song like Fast Times or IOU, those told a story. That's the difference. But again, I appreciate that you like it. It's not for me. Yeah, I like to sing things that have a deep personal meaning and still I feel and can give 110%. Singing that song, I just want to cringe because I'm not proud of the lyrics because they don't really mean anything to me. So it was a situation that happened. I documented it. I moved on from it. But yeah, and Ben Lee, same thing. You're getting a theme. The more silly, goofy novelty songs, the 7 of those that I've written, those are the only ones I don't like. But again, there's another 130 songs I enjoy playing and love. I love Black Flag, but for me, Black Flag is the first 4 years. It's Chavo and Keith Morris. Any Black Flag fan would tell you that Henry Rollins killed Black Flag. But I do love the Rollins band. His solo band were fucking great. And his spoken word's great. Again, it was just a descriptive way to describe this stupid guy who picked me up by the throat because he was like a muscle-bound jock dude. And Henry Rollins was like badass and ripped, you know. So it was just basically saying that like this guy was like a muscle-bound spawn of like, it was a muscular guy. That was it. It was just using him as a metaphor. I love Henry Rollins, but not in Black Flag. I do love, like My War is a fucking killer song, but like, hey, let me play San Dimas for you now because we did this in this Forever album. So San Dimas, how about that? Play like a couple songs that aren't on that album if you want to hear them. If you're still with me. Keith Morris and Chavo, Ron Reyes, the first 4 years era Black Flag, for sure. Keith Morris is great, but Ron Reyes, to me, was the singer I loved the most. Because I watched Decline of the Western Civilization when I was a kid on Night Flight in like 1985 or something. And I just remember singing, hearing him sing, "It's not my imagination, I've got a gun on my back." And they launched into that. It was fucking awesome. Oh, there's 2 minutes left on the Instagram. So thank you very much for tuning in. I'm going to play San Dimas real quick for you. If you liked the live stream tonight, please donate. It's in the comments and go to our new merch store. There's also the link to my Cameo and a link to playing some private shows for you where you can pick all the songs. So please go to those things if you want, and I'll play it out with this song. Here we go. Last night I had a dream that we went to Disneyland, went on all the rides. have to wait in line. I took you to your house, where we stared up at the stars. I listened to your heartbeat as I held you in my arms. Hung out at the rainbow where we drank till that past two. Nothing could go wrong anytime that I'm with you. Crushing over children, leading up to that first kiss. I'm searching for a high school that we know didn't exist. These are the things that make me free. I feel like I'm stuck if stand by me. This night was too good to be true. Hey, thank you, Scott. Thanks for the donation. Today, I woke up alone, wishing you were here with me. Want us to be something that we probably never be. Today you called me up, said you'd see me at our show. Now I'm stuck to debate if I even want